Hello, this is Tom Clark from the Clarky Tech channel, and this is my review of the new iPad. Yes, it is called the new iPad, not the iPad 3, despite what Watchdog tells you. What Watchdog does tell you, this is a side note, it does get rather hot. Just thought I'd pre-mention that. It is a little bit hotter than the iPad 2, but that's really nothing to worry about. It's still within limits, but that's just a little thing that I thought I'd put in at the start. So this is the new iPad. See, I almost called it the iPad 3. You'll see the reflection in the iPad, and that's me. Hello. Basically, this is just a little review. Now, as you may know with the iPad, see, I was about to call it the iPad 3 again. The new iPad, there's not a lot of sort of, visual things to show you. There's only, I can't really think of anything. I mean, the main features of the new iPad are the processor, the A5X processor, which is of course the upgraded version of the A5, which has been in the iPhone 4S and the iPad 2, and that's obviously, I can't really show you anything to illustrate that, but it's much quicker, just so you know. The retina display, of course, is another main feature, which of course I can't show you over video because it's not going to show up very well. You won't be able to get a true idea of how good it really is, and by the way, it is incredible. You may have an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 4S, and if you do, you will know what the Retina display looks like on those 3.5-inch screens, but on this 9.7-inch screen, it's incredible. It's just another level up. I remember on my first sight of the iPhone 4, the first sight of the Retina display, I was kind of astonished by how good it was, and that feeling was the same times 10 when I saw this screen. It's absolutely incredible, so definitely go and check it out in your local Apple store or somewhere else that sells an iPad, because when you see it, you won't believe it until you see it. So yeah, as I say, really there's not a lot to show. The only real thing that I can show you is the camera and the dictation thing on here. Now the camera I can't show you properly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to record a little bit of 1080p HD video recording, which is of course what the iPad 3, the new iPad, has in it. So I'm going to take a bit of video and I'll put that on the end of this video, and I'm going to take a few pictures as well. I'm going to tag them on the end of it as well, so you can see what the camera's like. And by the way, it is bloody good. So really all I can show you is the dictation on this thing, and to do that I'm going to go into notes. Now, the dictation has been a feature in the iPhone 4S along with Siri. Now, the iPad 3 doesn't have Siri. I can only assume that's because Siri does a lot of things such as text messaging as well, which of course you can't do on here. You can only do iMessages. Other than that, I can't think of any reason why they haven't put it into the new iPad, but that's just Apple's reasoning. Maybe there's not enough server capacity, I don't know. But yes, there is dictation on here, and then when you pull up a keyboard on the iPad from now on, you'll see this little button down here. Now that, focus, that's the dictation button. When you press that, you can speak, and it should pop up on there, rather than you having to actually press any of the keys. Now, it is pretty volatile. You have to speak pretty clearly, and you have to speak there can't be much background noise, basically. Sorry about this. Got a bit of a cough. So yeah, I'm going to show you what it's like now, and you can see for yourself. As I say, it might work, it might not, but we'll soon find out. So I'm going to say a normal sentence. The cat sat on the mat. I said it quite clearly, no background noise, and there you go, straight away, the cat sat on the mat. It's pretty bloody good for monosyllabic words. Let's try something else. Unimaginable. That's of course a pretty hard word, and there you go, straight away, unimaginable. It's pretty incredible. Now if I say a pretty complex sentence, I can't even think of anything. Party de-alignment is a recent feature of political volatility. Now that's a made-up sentence. Party de-alignment is a recent feature of political volatility. Now it obviously struggled with de-alignment, but many of us struggle with that. If you are a politics person out there, then that's a made-up sentence. I know, that makes no sense. So yeah, as you can see, the dictation's pretty damn good. Now, of course, if you are writing something in, for example, Pages, which is, of course, in iWork, if you're writing something in Pages, which I've been writing some English, an English commentary, it's pretty good. Now, I wrote this entire bottom paragraph, this one there. Hang on, I'm going to just highlight it. I wrote this entire paragraph there with my voice, basically, and there were a few problems, but I had to change it, obviously, with the keyboard. But other than that, about 90% of it was perfect, and I was speaking in McDonald's as well, which obviously had a fair bit of background noise. So it's pretty good, the dictation. As I said, there's not much more I can show you from the new iPad. As I said, I'm going to take a bit of camera footage and a couple of pictures, and I'll tag them on the end so you can see how good the camera is. Other than that, I've been Tom Clark for the Clarky Tech YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter at Clarky101, and I'll see you in the next video.